and then Marth is the OG. Ike is from a pair of games that are super good or super well liked. And then Roy's just kind of there because like Melee. Roy was the other character that's like you could maybe remove Roy, but he has like a legacy factor. Violet is in the game, or not Violet. Corrin is in the game as an ad. Like Corrin was released for Smash 4 DLC before Fire Emblem Fates came out.
I think it was out in Japan, but it wasn't out in the US yet.
Right. So it's just a lot of sus things with Corrin. Again, it's the same kind of opinions as like with Min Min, where it's like I have no attachment to Min Min. People like her, and that's cool. People like ARMS, go ahead. But it's like it's one of those things where, wow, is this character really here because they're an interesting fighter, or are they here to advertise other Nintendo properties?
Great. But anyway, getting into the match, we have
my conspiracies.
But also, the Mii fighter dressed as Altair.
Shout out to Altair. Wasn't it the same thing with like Vault Boy and a couple of other of the Mii costumes where they didn't actually write down like look at Altair from Assassin's Creed. It was SmashBros across Altair. So you got the tornado up B kill confirmed, the classic Mii sword fighter.
Yeah, it can. I believe it hit ledge, and he threw out the smaller or the slow chakram to kind of bait him this thing on ledge. Like, okay, I gotta wait for this to go. And then he just spent too much time on the ledge and got clipped by the tornado. The ledge up B kill.
Yeah, tornado doesn't have like you saw it right there in the most recent tornado. If it doesn't have a platform or a surface to stay on, tornado slowly descends, so that allows it to clip ledge hang pretty consistently. Well, he held down there trying to catch Haven sleeping. None of that though.
Wow, the down tilt clanking or trading with the charging hits for Corrin side B or F smash.
Oh, he's really Haven's looking for some of these rolls. He's waiting for Zom to roll in so he can hold the chainsaw charge on his shield or just on him and kill him right away. Percent's looking pretty even. Neutral getting something right through the tornado.
Yeah, tornado's like such a good set play option at ledge because it's a so long-lasting hitbox that you can kind of set up and force your opponent to pick an option. And depending on that option, you can just kind of react and try to cover it.
Yeah, but in that explanation, you gave away its fatal flaw and the reason that Zom just died. Tornado is quite slow.
Yeah, okay, so Haven in the lead right now. 2 stocks, but really close to death percent, so this lead could evaporate. Like a nice hit from Mii sword fighter.
Fair, not gonna take quite yet. Holding shield at ledge. I like a lot of these grabs he's going for, trying to really let Haven know that neutral getup is not safe and that down smash will really accentuate that point that Zom's making. Stop doing neutral getup, I will punish you for it.
Oh wow, the kick went through the chakra.
And 4 chakra. You dead? Oh, you're dead.
Dragon Fang shot.
Yeah, the Dragon Fang is really strong. It's got combos into it now too. Out of like Falling Fair, you can do Falling Fair Dragon Fang at a mid %. Serve is strong. Alright, we're getting. It seems like to me we're getting right off of Smash Go.
So
where would we go? Town probably. I think if you're letting Zom counterpick, Town seemed pretty good.
Yeah, something a bit less close. So maybe Zom could focus more on taking advantage of the fact that Corrin's not that mobile. So you might want to just set up camp and try to zone Corrin out from afar. So something like you said, Town might help with that. PS2 always great stage. Oh, and Haven has left the arena.
Snap.
They'll be back. They always come back.
Oh, ominous, I guess.
I mean, he has to come back or else he gets DQ'd, so they usually come back.
I guess they do usually come back, but not always. Yeah, I wonder what's going on. Maybe a behind-the-scenes shenanigans. Haven kicking his router.
Why would he kick the router? He won.
I don't know, man.
Usually, the router gets abused when you lose, and like, I need
just-
the lag. I need the lag assist.
Finagling with it.
There you go. Haven has returned.
Oh man. His in-game name is Raven. It's neat, I guess. Haha, funny. There's the password. There we go. He's a kid now. He's a sword fighter now.
2, 1, go!
Oh yeah, we're going to PS2. Yeah, see,
Yeah, wide stage.
that's
Functionally similar.
yeah, that upward angle chalkum is really good again for in neutral, just trying to catch people jumping over your projectiles. But obviously, if they're far away, they can just run in and close the distance.
And here comes the game plan from Zom that we kind of figured he would want to go for. That isn't really as effective on SmashBros. That runaway style that set up your slow projectiles and try and use them as lingering traps as opposed to frequent pressure. Sour spot of the dragon lunge.
Oh, good pin.
These quick pins are so huge for Haven's offense. It lets him have full control with a hitbox and how do I put this? He has a wide area of effect in a very short amount of time. And for a character with a slow run speed like me sword fighter, that sudden burst can be so hard to do. Tried to read the air dodge, still covers the space with Nair.
Ooh, okay, great edge guard. That's the first time we see Zom just run off stage and try to edge guard Corn. I mean, each swordfighter has really good normals, like in terms of like how big they are. So, you know, running off and just trying to intercept Corn, not that bad of an idea.
It's a decent sized sword, and edge guarding Corn. Corn and Cloud were balanced in almost the same way, where their on-stage presence is super good. They have a big sword, they have a lot of juggles, but their main flaw is their up B isn't super great, so they almost always need their double jump. You should go out there and hit them. Fittingly, they came around the same time. Came out around the same time.
Oh, there
right there, man.
Yeah, that's the setup.
What was that trade? It didn't even trade. It almost looked like the Wii Sword Fighter down air just totally beat Corn's whatever the up B is called.
Yeah, so the down air, like most of Mii Sword Fighter air normals, have like a pretty decently sized hitbox. But the thing is, like even though it's a multi-hit move, it kind of doesn't connect all the way, and for its benefit, where it just like you get it by a small hit, you're in hit stun for a little bit, you get sent farther down, and you just can't make it back.
It's like Smash 4 Luigi Cyclone, where you're trying to get them to fall out of it because it's murderous.
Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison. It functioned very similarly.
Oh my god.
There we
Yeah,
go.
caught the
Good
landing with that dash back up smash. So strong. That was a convincing, I'm gonna say. That was a really great answer.
I think the big difference is that Zom was like he still had the really good leg trapping setups, with Chakum and Tornado, and then setting that up and forcing the opponent to do something. But also decided to just run off and hit Corrin and taking stocks that way. So that really helped in that department.
Yeah, huge advantage coming out from Zom as with that adjustment where the optimal angles to recover that came out from Haven were the linear angles that Haven was using to recover. Zom just took advantage of completely. Coming from the top and come from the side to take 2 stocks at reasonable percents. Yeah,
So
no way he lets him go back to Smash, right?
yeah, it's Smash. Oh, look
Wait
at
a
the
minute.
Bowser.
Now hold on. This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah, this is 2 Bowsers in one night. That's a new record.
I just don't expect it, right? Because Haven offline is most known for his warrior, and he's been picking up Corrin since the buffs because he likes Corrin, or it's like a new addition. Maybe it covers some interesting matchups, to having a lot more range. Whatever the case, Bowser is not usually a character I have known to be in his repertoire, but I mean, there's a first time for everything. Oh yeah, Haven's a Wi-Fi warrior, sorry, forgot. If you play Wi-Fi and you do well, you are now a Wi-Fi warrior.
Yeah, Neutral's probably going to be the same sort of game plan where, you know, zone out with projectiles and see what happens. But I think the difference is that in terms of juggling, Sword Fighter's punish game is going to be a lot better on Bowser. So I feel like this could be kind of said for Bowser, where compared to Corrin, where Bowser just needs like one singular hit sometimes to just break your stock.
Snatched right out of the air. It's like an interesting dynamic, right? Because maybe he's able to recover a little bit better because of the quicker startup on Bowser up B, and maybe you can get out of shield a little bit more. But in terms of on stage, like maybe or maybe not. But in terms of on stage, Corrin is doing like perfectly fine. He got his landing caught like once or twice. So this just seems like an odd swap to willingly play Bowser into a character that has a lot of slow-moving projectiles that can cover a lot of space, and as Bowser, we take up a lot of space.
Yeah, no. The one benefit I will say is the faster ground speed. That might help close the distance a bit more, but you're also Bowser, so you're so much bigger.
Yeah, and Zom is looking to cover all of that, all of his options, and punish super hard. He's juggling and going up to hit Bowser a lot more than he ever was against Corrin.
Yeah, so the thing with Tornado is that it's based on weight. So like characters like Pichu, or maybe Jigglypuff or Game & Watch, you just don't get anything off of hitting Tornado. But something like Bowser, you're gonna get combos for days. Like Bowser's not gonna get sent anywhere after the Tornado, and the combo mode, up air, up B, at like ridiculously high percentages.
Alright, the DI in and the air dodge will get him out of that combo. Okay,
there we go.
You know, you take those stocks at 100, and suddenly the matchup for Bowser doesn't seem all that undoable anymore. Hey, Zom has to be a little bit more careful. Tornado's coming through, and the up B should balls out.
There is a way where you can drift during the up B, where it can connect more consistently. I forget which way it is, but you can drift and like make it consistent. Oh, that up smash is gonna take it. Zom, move on.
That was a huge scoop. Yeah, great stuff to Zom. I'm still a little sus on the Bowser pick, but